Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is February 23rd of 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland has once again greenlit a mass attack targeting Europe, Russia, and/or Ukraine. On the date of February 24th of 2026, which coincidentally marks the 4-year anniversary of the Russo-Ukrainian War. So, as I've detailed ad nauseum, the CIA has created the single largest, likely, shadow army that's ever been created during the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian War, which essentially started back on February 20th of 2014, although the most recent attack and invasion of Ukraine proper 4 years ago, tomorrow, has obviously accelerated this. But in total, according to Wikipedia, 140,000 Ukrainian troops have died in this war. And I believe, as I've stated numerous times, that most of these casualties are inflated in order to create a shadow army that is going to attack Europe or Russia under the guise of a Belarusian or Russian attack. There's also the possibility that these troops will be used to attack Russia and or Belarus under the guise of a European Union or NATO-based attack. And I say this for many reasons, but the date of February 24th, the 4-year anniversary, is a day that is going to live in infamy because it's going to trigger World War III in the aftermath of this impending attack, which is likely going to be feature these said 150,000 or so Ukrainian troops, which are going to likely be wearing Belarusian or Russian uniforms in what can only be construed as a false flag of false flags. So before I get into the potential scenarios, I just really want to quickly highlight the numerology surrounding this particular date. As always, it has the numeric signature of the CIA in Switzerland, the first Jewish state that is going to order the attack, and then we have Ukraine being led by a Zionist, a Jewish Zionist named Volodymyr Zelensky, who has been instructed by CIA headquarters in Geneva to execute this impending attack, which will likely be flanked or orchestrated in part with the Israeli Navy or the Israeli Air Force or the Israeli IDF forces in some form or fashion. So the date of February 24th marks exactly 77 days since the CIA executed a blood sacrifice of a United Kingdom paratrooper in Ukraine back on December 9th of 2025. Of course, the number 77, because the 7 is is two sevens together when inversed and put together form a triangle. Numerous blood sacrifices are executed on the 77 numerology, and look no further than the London bombings of 7/7 in 2005, July 7th, the 27 Club, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, etc., that were murdered on the 27 numerology. And in this particular case, the number 77 suggests that, in fact, some sort of Ukraine paratrooper-related attack, masquerading as a false or as a full-scale Russian attack on Europe, is expected. Also, coincidentally, the date of February 24th marks exactly 161 days since the CIA staged Operation Zapad 2025, which was 150,000 Russian troops doing a chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear military exercises in Belarus back on September 16th of 2025. Of course, the number 161, this has the number 16, which is found in the logo of the CIA, the 16-pointed star. And these 150,000 troops are designed to mimic this impending attack by the 140,000 Ukrainian troops. And this impending attack is going to be biological, chemical, radiological, or nuclear in nature, and is specifically designed to spawn a second global biological pandemic and or trigger World War III. Also, aside from being the 4-year anniversary, what's imperative to note about the number 4 is that it is the cross. The original 4 is the plus symbol, which is found on the flag of Switzerland. So this attack is being orchestrated by Switzerland on her numerology, her numeric signature, because she is the serial killer, and so she's leaving her mark on this particular date. And as I've stated multiple times on the record, the CIA always executes attacks on anniversaries, and in this case it's no different. Coincidentally, the date of February 24th marks exactly 4 years and 1,461 days since the Russian invasion of Ukraine back on February 24th of 2022. And of course, in this particular number, we have the number 16, which is found in the 16-pointed star of the CIA, and then we have the number 14 and 41, which is found in the motto of Switzerland: all for one, one for all. So this is because this is going to be an attack orchestrated by Switzerland. Coincidentally, the date of February 24th, I should also have stated earlier that the number 24 equates to the letter X, which is known internationally as a symbol of death, and that is because this impending attack is designed to kill thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. And the date of February 24th marks exactly 2,472 days since Vladimir Zelensky became president of Ukraine back on May 20th of 2019. Of course, we have the number 24 again, and then we have the number 42, both of which equate to the letter X. And when you take two X's and you put them together, it forms the Star of David. And that is because the first Jewish day of Switzerland has ordered Zelensky to attack on the Swiss numerology, which is the, of course, the Jewish state of Switzerland, the first Jewish state, circa 1309. Also, the date of February 24th of 2026 marks 4,387 days since the CIA staged the Russian invasion of Ukraine back on February 20th of 2014. Of course, we have the 4387, we have the 37 numerology, and 3 times 7 is 777. This is found in the tetragram of Yahweh, the highest god of Judaism. Also, the date of February 20th marks exactly 5,041 days since Vladimir Putin became president of Russia back on May 7th of 2012. Of course, the number 41 and 5041, this is found also in the motto of Switzerland: all for one, one for all. Lastly, the date of February 20th marks exactly 11,542 days since Lukashenko became president of Belarus back on July 20th of 1994. This suggests that Belarus will be, in fact, involved in this particular event. So we're likely going to see some sort of offensive that's allegedly going to come out of Belarus, possibly because that is the closest location to both Poland and Germany. And considering that these aforementioned Zapad 2021 as well as Zapad 2025 were both executed in Belarus, this appears to be the launching point from where the CIA plans to stage this false flag Russian attack on Europe with these Ukrainian troops wearing Belarusian or Russian uniforms. Although the list is long of potential NATO nations which the CIA could stage a Russian offensive, false flag offensive on the date of February 24th, such as Finland, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, Poland, Germany, Ukraine, again, possibly taking Kiev, or Romania, or Hungary, or Bulgaria, or Serbia, or Kosovo, or Croatia, etc., etc., etc. I believe that the CIA is going to stage a full-scale false flag Russian attack targeting the country of Germany on the date of February 24th of 2026, using these 150,000, 140,000 Ukrainian troops wearing Russian uniforms. I say this for many reasons, but the primary reason is that the CIA is absolutely desperate to trigger World War III, and Germany coincidentally houses the largest United States Armed Forces military base in all of Europe, called Ramstein Air Base in Kaiserslautern, Germany. There's also in Germany, the CIA has staged, I mean, aside from the fact that Berlin used to be occupied by Russia, the CIA is absolutely desperate to trigger World War III, and so I believe that Berlin, Cologne, Munich, Hanover, Hamburg, possibly Frankfurt, multiple cities in Germany will be targeted in this what is basically going to be a airdrop of thousands, tens of thousands of Ukrainian paratroopers that are going to be wearing Russian uniforms are going to seize numerous cities and or United States Armed Forces military installations on the morning of February 24th. And then during this attack, biological and or chemical agents are going to be deployed, likely spawning a second global biological pandemic. So this is going to be an epic false flag in the line of the Gleiwitz incident, which is when Nazi Germany dressed up troops and then attacked a radio station in Poland, thereby triggering World War II. And so this is going to be an epic false flag on the date of February 24th. Also, because the number 2 was previously a V, this particular date is VX, as in VX nerve gas. So it's highly likely that the CIA is going to claim that Novichok, which is the state-of-the-art nerve agent that is deployed by the Russian armed forces, will be used in this particular attack, likely killing scores of United States service members and likely killing numerous German civilians. What's imperative to note here is this attack is coming out of Geneva, Switzerland. So they're orchestrating this whole entire World War III plot that is going to go down, and they're likely going to target the Reichstag building in Berlin. Coincidentally, there was a numerous German military soldiers that were allegedly arrested for what they called, I believe it was called Plot X. And because the 24 equates to the letter X in the English alphabet, as well as the German alphabet, and the CIA has constantly foreshadowed that Ukrainians are Nazi troops, so some sort of storming attack targeting the Reichstag building, the Capitol building of Germany, in Berlin, Germany, on the date of February 24th of 2026 is expected. So obviously, if the CIA stages any sort of Russian military offensive on the date of February 24th, obviously know that it was orchestrated by the CIA in Switzerland. So we could see an aerial bombardment allegedly committed by the Russian Air Force, which would likely be executed by the Ukrainian Air Force and or the Israeli Air Force. We could see a naval attack targeting NATO ships or submarines, targeting NATO military bases or naval bases. This could be an aerial bombardment. This could be an ICBM strike. This could be cruise missile strikes, drone strikes. We don't know exactly what type of attack, but my suspicion is, based off the numerology, that this is going to be some sort of a airborne assault on Germany and or Greater Europe using these Ukrainian armed forces that are going to be wearing Russian or Belarusian uniforms. So obviously, if this happens and this manifests itself in reality, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.